Another lesson from my neighborhood. Do you know how to tell if mom is overdosing on drugs? If your mom shoots dope every day like mine, you can only help her if you know the signs of an overdose.
An overdose?
Yes, an overdose. Don't call the ambulance if you're in doubt, unless she shakes uncontrollably or foams at the mouth. That's an overdose.
Okay, that's an overdose.
That's an overdose.
You could find her on the floor or find her in bed, and if you know what to do, she won't end up dead of an overdose.
Really?
Yes, an overdose.
Oh, I don't know.
The signs of danger are simple to see. If she's twitching and seizing and can barely breathe, that's an overdose.
Yeah.
That's an overdose. That's an overdose. Mom always knows best.
The toxic fumes from this meth lab are seeping into Jamie's sinus cavity. Ammonia vapors invade her throat. Toxic gases fill her lungs. Jamie's body is deteriorating. And she doesn't even know it.
Jamie, dinner.
So, who has the drug problem now? Find out how meth affects you at drugfree.org/meth.
There's this thing going around called sniffing. You think you're getting high, but the dizzy, fuzzy feeling is just what happens when your brain doesn't get oxygen. The chemicals get in the way. So it's like you're not breathing. That's how sniffing causes brain damage and death. So when you think you're sniffing, your brain thinks you're drowning. And your brain is pretty much right.
Look at me, busy as a bee. Where'd I get all this energy? Oh, meth, meth. I don't sleep and I don't eat, but I've got the cleanest house on the street. Oh, meth, meth. Get these hairs all out of my face. Get these bugs all out of my place. One more hit, no time to waste. Oh, meth, meth.
This is your brain. And this is heroin. This is what happens to your brain after snorting heroin. And this is what your body goes through. Wait, it's not over yet. This is what your family goes through. And your friends, and your money, and your drugs, and your self-respect, and your future, and your life. Any questions?
This is my blog entry. I was one of the best soccer players in the state, but meth made me a drug addict. Nothing could keep me from my next fix. I pawned my mother's earrings and robbed 3 people at gunpoint. I thought I was invincible.
This is my blog entry. I love when my dad and I cooked breakfast together. He always called me his honey. Then he started making meth in the kitchen. One night, the police came in with white suits and gas masks. I was taken to the hospital and decontaminated. I haven't seen him since.
This is my blog entry. I started using meth after high school. It made me more and more depressed. Voices told me my family would be better off without me. I tried to hang myself in a barn with a rope, but my convulsions made it break. So I took a rifle, put it under my chin, and pulled the trigger.
They say party's cool. They say it's a great high. They say everybody does it. They say they're your friends. They're pulling your strings.
Sarpy County 911.
I need help.
Where are you at?
Well, ma'am, I don't know exactly, but I'm freezing, and my girlfriend's here is freezing.
Mike, I want to help you so bad, hon. I want to find out where you're at.
My phone's just about to die. You're my last chance here. We're scared. Please help us.
I've been short of logic, so I'm passed out on the party.
My brother's so much fun.
Hey!
We do everything together. He even brought me to meet his new friends. And left me in the car overnight.
Oh my god, you can't be here! Stop! You can't be here! Shut up! You have to leave!
Leave me alone!
This is your life, okay? This isn't you. Please, we're a family. I love you.
If you had to choose,
Please don't do that!
would you choose life?
Tell Mom and I will kill you.
Or meth?
Cada vez que te emborrachas, te separas de las cosas que más te importan, como de tu familia. Cada vez que te emborrachas, te separas de las cosas que más te importan, como de tu novia.
The drug is called meth. Crank. It seduces the body into behavior that is irrational, aggressive, and violent. Like the Arizona man who, high on meth, decapitated his child and tossed the severed head from his van onto a busy highway. The tough part won't be what you tell the judge. It'll be what you tell God.
These days, most people who get addicted to heroin start by snorting it. They think it's not as dangerous as using the needle. But the fact is, that's right where you'll end up.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher in high school. I would teach English and get married and have 3 children.
I reckon it would be great to be a fireman. You get to drive the engine and you get to go on burning buildings and save people and stuff.
I help Mum make scones and cakes. So when I grow up, I'll have a restaurant and all my friends will come there, and my mum and dad. I'm in the under-9s, and I'm a forward. And usually score a goal every match. One day I'd want to play for Australia if I'm good enough.
Authorised by the Commonwealth Government, Canberra.
Autopsy report. Case number 00.
The body is that of a well-developed, well-nourished adult Caucasian female.
The body is open in the usual manner with a Y-shaped incision. The lungs are 910 grams together. The brain is 1,460 grams.
The pericardial surfaces of the 280-gram heart are smooth, glistening, and unremarkable.
It is my opinion that the death of Daniel C. Hurd is due to acute drug intoxication. The only drug present in her system was ecstasy.
Ecstasy. You don't know if you'll be the one who'll have an extreme reaction. Leading to fits, kidney failure, and even death. Troubles with acid is you never know when it's going to turn into a bad trip. If you take speed, you could get more than you expected, like mental illness, your heart packing in, or a blood vessel busting in your head.
Hey guys, you can do anything you want to me for $50.
Well, what about her?
Sure.
This isn't normal. But on meth, it is.
Hi, Richie. I really need to talk to you.
Yeah. I got you covered.
I only want a little. Come on.
Sure, I understand.
Just a couple hits. I don't have any money. Please?
You mean you bring me out here for nothing? That's a no-no. Understand? What are you, stupid? What do I look like,
Richie,
Cherry?
you know I'm good for Richie. You know I'll pay you back. Richie, I just gave you $100.
It's got nothing to do with now. Listen to me. No money, no candy, no crack. You understand? To dissolve. Lose yourself.
Richie, come on, don't leave, please.
Listen, shh. That girl, you're gonna get that little red-headed girl, and the both of yous just gonna come over to my crib.
Charlotte?
That's right. We're gonna have a nice little party. Understand me? Then I'll take care of you.
How about we took? What, heroin? Aye, smack. You're only smoking it.
sports centre.
What do you think you're doing?
I wasn't stealing!
That's exactly what you're doing. Stuart, where are you going?
There needs to be a change, pal.
Welcome to heroin. Enjoy your stay.
If I had asked, what does meth do to your brain? Does meth make you hear voices? Or if I asked, can't you just stop doing meth? My mom wouldn't be asking.
What did you do? Oh, baby, hold on, please. Honey! Hold it down, wait, honey, no!
If I had asked, will I lose control on meth? Can meth really make you violent? Or if I had asked, will meth make me steal from my own family? I wouldn't be asking my brother.
Where's your money? Where is it? Give it to me! Give it!
This is where he went into convulsions. This is the emergency room where he nearly died. This is where he smoked it again, right after he got out. This is where he hung himself because he said he couldn't quit. And this is what I said when he told me he was gonna try meth.
This is where she used to be a cheerleader. This is the sink where she started pulling out her eyebrows. This is where her dealer raped her. This is where she forced her little brother to smoke it with her. And this is what I said when she told me she was going to try meth.
Hey, what about you?
Oh, come on. Give her some. Yeah, give me some.
All right. You want meth, kid? Here's your meth. And here's your meth dealer. And your meth boyfriends. And your meth baby. And don't forget your meth face.
Now you've no idea what this stuff she took was.
Look, she just wanted to have a good time.
Are you sure you don't know? It's important.
Pills. I mean, I don't know what they were.
How many did she take?
Don't know.
Where did she get them from?
The party. Yeah, I don't know.
You can go now.
But we're her friends.
I don't know where he got it from. Just some geezer he knew in a rave.
Got some stuff?
Yeah, 20 quid.
Leave it out, Chris. Come on. No, man. Seemed alright at first, but you got more and more out of it. Then you just couldn't talk to him. Harry! Come on up!
Chris! Chris, come down!
See, she's worried. Get down! Chris, mate, get down, my baby! Just get down! You said you only live once. You just wanted to try it. You wanted to try everything.
Stav hier hoor, kom maar. Zo hier.
Am I going home now?
I'm really Just have a kiss. Stop moving!
これあげる。何これ。知ってる？これ痩せるやつでしょ。ちょっとやってみなよ。やんの？本当？内緒だよ。絶対言わない。ねえ、ちょっと待ってよ。ねえねえ、売ってよ。ちゃんとお金払うからさ。いいよ。やったよ。いくらでも払うから。いや、お願いマジでないとやばいんだよ。じゃあ相談してみるよ。ありがとう。何でも言うこと聞きますから。お願いします。あれがないとダメなんです。あれがないとやばいんです。何これ。ちょっとやってみなよ。内緒だよ。絶対言わない。
financia a violência é o tráfico de drogas. E quem sustenta o tráfico é você. Se você vai comprar, lembre-se do preço.
This wasn't supposed to be your life!
I remember feeling really warm and peaceful. All my troubles seemed suddenly small. It was like I was being taken care of. Like everything would be okay. I could just sleep and smile. That's what it felt like the first time I tried heroin.
Yeah, my parents think I'm sleeping at your house. Yeah, I'm just jumping in the shower. Okay, bye.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
La cocaína va directamente al cerebro y le produce graves daños. Desde el primer momento de desde la primera línea. Ten cerebro. Pasa de la coca.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
I tried Oxy at a couple of parties. I thought I had it under control. I didn't know it'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
First time I tried Vicodin, it was laying around my mom's house. And then I kept taking them whenever I could get them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
I got some Oxy after I hurt my neck. First I took them to feel better. Then I just kept taking them. I didn't know they'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
When friends told Kate smoking heroin would make her feel good, they forgot to tell her something else. How bad it would also make her feel. How she'd start to look tired, spotty, and unhealthy. How she'd lose her friends, her looks, and her interest in everything but heroin. How she'd soon have to take heroin not to get high, but just to stop feeling down. How she'd eventually risk blood disease, liver damage, even heart failure.
Yeah, I'm still alive, I suppose.
Don't be a dummy. Heroin really does screw you up.
The freshest of feeling, the coolest high. So pick up some heroin and shoot for the sky. Everybody's doing it, doing it. Everybody's doing it. Glamorous parties and night on the town. With beautiful people, it's always around. Everybody's doing it, doing it. Heroin for the rest of your life.
Ecstasy. Ever wondered what it does to your brain?
Spots, rotten teeth, depression, anxiety attacks, personality changes, paranoia. Take speed, ecce or acid and you can develop any of them.
In the Middle Ages, death by torture was an art form. One method involved placing a cage over you. Inside, the besom rats. Soon, the rats would get hungry, so they'd dine on you. Whatever was left of you would then start to rot. Then, as you're slowly eaten alive, eventually you'd die. Today, people just take heroin.
If you don't tell your children about the danger of drugs, you may find a problem staring you right in the face. A problem that won't go away.
You know, I just felt like real good, man. You know, I wasn't like racing, I wasn't speeding, you know. I was like mellow, and I mean, I threw up the first time and everything, you know, and after I threw up, I said, wow, this shit is like good. Yeah. You know, okay. You know when you used to go on a ride and you know your adrenaline pumps. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's the feeling. Like that. I had cellulitis in my thigh. I got a scar that's so big. It's unbelievable, man. I almost got. Then I had gangrene on my foot. That they almost took my foot off. You know? I consider myself pretty intelligent. I can do whatever I want to do, man. Whatever I want to do, I can do. I drew up, man, my guts. And as I'm throwing up, I'm like, damn, boy, this is what I want. You know? I just want to be nice, man. That's all I want. Like, that's it. Why can't people just do that? Maybe everybody should shoot heroin and, like, just mellow out. Like, everybody's up there, right? No, it's all right. But I got these tracks, man, all over my body. That pus was just coming out of the little hole here, like nothing. I used to do a lot of more things, you know, like I used to go to movies more. I used to I go out to restaurants. I used to go to Broadway shows. I like Broadway shows. They're nice, man. By the time 97 rolls around, 96 at this time, right? 1996, August 17th, 18th, whatever it is. You would come here with your cameras, and I'll be a totally different person. I'll be successful, and I'll bet my life on it.
No one knows how much brain damage the designer drug ecstasy causes. It's still being tested. Take ecstasy, and you're the guinea pig.
最近覚醒剤は家庭の主婦や青少年、サラリーマンを蝕んでいます。興味半分の一本の覚醒剤、それがあなた自身を廃人にしてしまうばかりか、あなたの家庭をも破壊します。興味半分の一本の覚醒剤、それがあなた自身を廃人にしてしまうばかりか、あなたの家庭をも破壊します。